So today is Tuesday, which means it's surgery day, and I have half an hour to get into the hospital to scrub in for an ENT surgery. So join me along for the ride because this is about to be an amazing day. So here I am making my way downtown, walking to the hospital, and I'm trying to be as low-key as possible when filming myself. Then I change into my scrubs. It really was that quick. And then I decided to change my scrub cap because for some reason I just don't like the elastic ones and I prefer the ones where you tie them from the back. And as you can see, I'm just making sure it looks as neat as possible. And then it's time for a cheeky crab check. So super tired. I went in at like 9:30, it's like 2:30 now. Not eating, so gonna have some coffee first because I'm so like sleepy. Barely slept last night as well, so coffee, then food, and then I'm gonna head down to ENT emergencies. So it's basically outpatients who have things stuck in their ears, broken noses, wild mix of things. Oh yeah, guys, also, which crepes would you rather have? These or these? Because personally, if I could, I'd take those home because they're elite, but sadly we can't be stealing. For lunch, I had some very peppery chips and I read Harry Potter. It's one of my favourite fiction series, and as you can see, I also forgot to take off my scrub cap. So that's the day done. It's currently 4:50. I have 10 minutes till the England game starts, so I'm gonna rush home and watch it with the lads. It's a pretty sick day. I spent the afternoon in the emergency ENT clinic and got to see like a septum perforation, which is like a hole in the middle of the nose. I also got to see Bell's palsy, which is pretty cool. Bell's palsy is basically when the patient has paralysis of one side of their face, and it's usually lower motor neuron lesion. It's nothing to do with the brain or anything like that. Typically, we just give the patient some advice, give them some steroids and some eye drops and send them on their way. It's usually self-resolving, so nothing too crazy today. I'm running pretty late, so I'm gonna dip and I'll catch you guys later. So just made it back, got the popcorn. I'm gonna go to Naj's room because that's where we're all watching it. So it's already started, so let's hope we actually win it.
What are you doing?
No.
Aye.
Play. As you can see, we were all pretty bored. Taha's just munching his crisps in peace, and then all of a sudden we scored. And then we scored again. Yes, boys, come on. So the glasses are on, which means one thing, I'm tired and I've took my contact lenses out. But basically, I thought I'd talk to you guys a bit about the surgeries I saw. I feel like I didn't fill you guys in as much as I could have. So the first surgery, very routine. It literally took 10 minutes, really quick. It was called a bilateral grommet insertion, and the way they do that is they make a little nick inside the eardrum, which is also known as the tympanic membrane, and they insert small little hollow tubes called grommets, and these allow for fluid in the middle ear to drain out. So people who have otitis media with effusion, also known as glue ear, usually get this done. People who have this surgery essentially have a hole which connects their outer ear into the middle ear, and therefore they can't get water in their ears. So there's a lot of precautions that they have to make, especially when they shower, or let's say they want to go swimming. Well, they can't unless they wear like a ear protection kind of thing. Yeah, that was the first one. Very routine, like I said. The second surgery was a bit cooler in my opinion. It was a tonsillectomy using the coblation technique. Now, coblation stands for cold ablation. I might be getting that wrong, but basically it's like a little pen with a very hot tip, and it essentially destroys the tissue. And the way they use that in tonsillitis is they insert it into the mouth and then slowly sort of burn away the excess tonsil tissue. But it can be quite dangerous, and you have to be really, really precise when you use it, because if that tip goes into the muscle in the mouth, that can tear straight through. And the third surgery, which was probably the best one from the bunch, was something called a radical mastoidectomy. Now the mastoid is like a little bone behind the ear. I'll have a little image on the screen. The patient had something called a cholesteatoma, which is a little tumor inside the ear, and that sort of grows into the bone and can damage the bone and the structures inside the middle ear and the inner ear as well. So the aim of the operation was to remove as much of this cholesteatoma as possible, and so they had to drill a hole through the bone in the ear and sort of remove this tissue, and they did it microscopically, which is really, really cool. It's actually incredible how technology, you know, enables these operations to be carried out. But essentially that involved a lot of suction, a lot of drilling of bone. The middle ear is very close to the brain, and if you go too far with that bone drill, you can go straight into the brain tissues. And that procedure was really, really long, and as you can imagine, the surgeon had to be very precise to prevent that sort of bone drill going into the dura mater. And because that surgery was so long and quite repetitive as well, I just decided to go down into the emergency ENT clinic, and I spent the rest of the afternoon there. So it's like 2 hours since I last updated you guys. Taha's peeking through the corner of the room.
Hi.
Anyway, yeah, we were just talking about sort of what we wanted to do in the future. Taha wants to be a big boss businessman. He wants to make all the P. But yeah, it was a good chat, and I think I'm gonna head to bed now. It's like 10:48. I feel like an old man, but I'm gonna read in bed and just chill. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this very short, quick vlog. Let me know if you want to see more of this type of stuff in the future. If you want to check out any of my other vlogs, feel free to check out this one up here. I feel like you'll really enjoy that. You know the drill. Drop a cheeky like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh man, I'm way.
So, what is thoughts on the game so far?
England are smashing it, bro.
Smash?
As
0-0. We're playing crap as usual. Taha, thoughts on the game so far?
The boat's not doing that well, to be honest.
Musa, thoughts on the game so far?